The Neighbor Favor by Kristina Forrest. This book came so highly recommended, and I was really excited to read it. However, it is a spice level one. It's so metaphorical that it almost could be closed door. I was looking for more. But that's my personal opinion. That's what I'm looking for in these books is how do we talk about this? However, what I will say is there are some really great moments of consent and check-in in the lead up. Is this okay to unhook your bra, or do you still want to before things progress? And that's really important. We have to remember that those moments of progression need a check in because you're not always going to say yes from thing to thing. Your mood can shift, your tummy could rumble. You don't know. If you're looking for a really sweet, well written rom com, this is for you. I was looking for spice, just spice, not really plot. And I found it in Greedy by Rhianna Burrell. This is a novella, and I actually have some of her other novellas on my TBR, so it was really nice to get a little taste of what she does. It doesn't matter what the plot is. There's a girl. She wants to get back at her ex, who she finds is cheating on her. So she goes to his business rival, who she's always had a kind of crush on, and asks him to, you know, make all of her fantasies come true. Not really, just, bang the X out of her system. And boy, do they deliver. It was great. It felt like a really good conversation they had with each other. What do I want? What do I not want? And it's spicy. If you're looking for a quick jolt of spice in your night, it's a very quick read. The plot isn't complicated. The plot is the spice. So that's fine with me. I highly recommend it. And I want to see what else she does. The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. Y'all, I can't even express how much I love this book. It's like right over here. I'm not going to get it to you because the cover is so much prettier and you can see it face up. This book shocked me. I knew that I would like it, or I had an inkling that I would like it because of the cover. The cover is just wild. The expression on her face. I This book puts into words all the crazy shit that you say in your mind and you never expect to hear out loud. And it's there on the page. And it was so surprising for me in the best of all ways. Almost in a like clutching of your pearls, but because it's really scandalous. I have never thought I would find someone with the name Ruben sexy. If you'd asked me before reading this book, is that possible? I would have said no. I was wrong. He is so great. This book starts so fluffy and tension filled and sexual innuendos. I did not expect it to get to such hard hitting topics as it does in the end. It is just such an incredible story. It is so well written. I love the spice. I love Ruben. I do. I love Ruben and all that he is into. I love I love Cherry and everything that is about her. I love her style. I love her sass. I love her heart. I love the way that she is described. Talia Hibbert, you are my new obsession, and I must go read everything that you've read from this moment back. I need to get into her back catalog because I am truly obsessed right now. Go read that book. Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. Look, this is my confession time. I have a really hard time reading through awkward moments in books. And this book had a big one toward the end, and I couldn't handle the awkward, so I put it down for a really long time. A really long time. But I finally pushed through, and I'm so glad that I did because this book and the story totally worth it. Also, the awkward only lasts for a few pages. I was expecting a little bit more awkward, a little bit more back and forth, but they handled it really beautifully. Anita Kelly, they did such a great job with this book. This book is about London and Dahlia, and they meet as contestants on a cooking show. Dahlia is a queer woman. London is a trans non binary human, and their relationship is so spicy and so deep. They really feel for each other and bring out the best in each other. I loved the spice. I loved the check ins, both in intimate moments and also silly ones when they slow dance and London doesn't know where their hands go anymore. The use of pronouns and the explanation of it is really helpful. And I think just such a beautiful, touching love story. Go read it. Push through the awkward. Be better than me. Twisted Hate. All right, I'm done. I'm sold. I will forever read anything Anna Huang writes. I have gotten over my dislike of Twisted Love, and I am now sold 4 books into her world. You've captured me. This is a fantastic enemies to lovers. I love an enemies to lovers. I really do. Almost always, if well written. And Jules and Josh deliver. They have been such a fun couple to watch in the previous 2 books. And their chemistry, which all of us reading just kind of knew was going to come to a head, really does. They start off with this friends with benefits situation, and then the friends part kind of ups the ante. And there's a lot of drama. I will say that the story progresses, their connection is real, they're very fun. And outside of the drama of the plot, they're a really good couple and they work to communicate well with each other. Here are 2 things that I wish had been done slightly differently. How many orgasms she has. Honestly, like every session, it's like 4 or 5. I can't walk. I'm in a puddle on the floor. And number one, that's great for you, but also you just say I had a bunch of orgasms. I'd rather have 2 that were really well described. Number 2, Jules definitely has a too stupid to live moment. She has Alex. I don't like Alex, but if you're in trouble with bad guys, you go to Alex for help. So, my 2 complaints. Other than that, love the book. Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. I know that from everything I've seen, Aaron Warner becomes a viable book boyfriend. And I don't know if I can watch that happen. This is still in YA land, so there's no real spice. And also the way that Juliet's perspective is, it's very sometimes hard to follow, and there are a lot of metaphors rather than descriptions. And that's the style. I'm not knocking that. But I don't know if I can watch this relationship become a real thing. I'm not gonna lie. Also, there are just some moments when I have to remind myself that this character, that Juliet is 17. And when her emotions are so over the top and so irrational, I have to remind myself that that is what happens when you're 17. It doesn't happen when you're 27. It happens when you're that young. And I gotta cut my girl some slack.